10th episode of video yoga classes here on YouTube. And let's start with a comfortable seated position. I had the wonderful opportunity to film this class outside in my friend's backyard. They have a beautiful garden, so I hope the scenery beautifies your practice. Sitting with a tall spine, bring your shoulders over your hips, the crown of your head reaching toward the sky. Open your palms to the sky. Relax your face and close your eyes. It's time to listen to your breath. Listen to your surroundings. Connect your breath to your body to your mind. Taking some deep yogic breaths together. As you inhale, imagine your stomach and your diaphragm as a balloon. Inhaling, expanding the balloon. And on your exhale, allowing the balloon to soften. Exhaling all of the air out. Inhale again, expanding the balloon in all dimensions, from front to back, side to side. Drawing in that air through the nostrils. And slowly releasing the air through the nostrils. Allowing your diaphragm to feel empty. Maybe holding for a beat there. Feeling empty, feeling that stillness. Inhale, allowing the belly to soften, to widen, to lengthen, drawing in a deep breath. Exhale, letting the air out. If you would like to count with these breaths, feel free to count in your head. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe taking one more big yogic breath together. And on your next exhale, bring your chest to your chin. Keeping the eyes closed, slowly roll your left ear toward your left shoulder. The chin up to the sky. The right ear to the right shoulder. The chin to your chest. Making one more circle to the left. Remembering to inhale and exhale. And then as you come back to center with your chin to your chest, begin to circle your neck the other way in the opposite direction. Taking your time, slowly rotating around the top of your spine. And then coming back to center, bring the palms to your heart center. Open your eyes. Inhale, raise your arms up overhead. Exhale, release the arms down to the earth or toward the earth. Inhale, bring them back up to center. Exhale, reaching to the left. Right arm up in the sky. Stretching the side body. Keeping the ears away from the shoulders. On your next inhale, come back through center. Exhale the arms back down to your side. Inhale, raise them up overhead. Exhale to the right, stretching to the right. Left arms up in the sky. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, releasing the arms. Inhale, raising the arms up one more time above the head. Exhale, bring your hands down through heart center, moving with your breath. And then let's move to all fours, placing your palms underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips, creating a nice stable foundation. Inhale, raising your heart forward. Exhale, curving the spine. Cat-cow, moving with your breath, warming up the spine. Inhale, raise your heart forward. Exhale, navel to spine, curving all the way from the crown of the head to the tailbone. Inhale, raise the heart forward, chin up toward the sky, pressing away the mat. Exhale, curving the spine. bringing your chin toward your heart. Moving with your breath, inhale, continue to move at your own pace, so it's comfortable for you. If you want to go slower, feel free. And then on your next inhale, come to a neutral spine. And then inhale the right arm up to the side, exhale. Allow it to fall through to the left side, so you bring your right shoulder to the floor and you're pressing away the mat with the palm of the left hand. Twisting here. You can inhale and reach your left arm up in the sky if that feels comfortable for you, if that's a nice stretch. Taking a breath wherever you are. Exhaling navel to spine. On your next inhale, bring the left arm back down, come back through tabletop. And then inhale, raise the left arm up out to the side and sneak it underneath behind the right palm so that the left shoulder is on the mat. You have a long neck here. You can inhale and raise the right arm up into the sky. Twisting here, heart open. Relax your face. Taking a breath, breathing into your back. On your next inhale, place the right palm back onto the mat, come back into tabletop. Feeling that long spine. Maybe taking one more cat pose here, cat-cow. And you have the option to move in a circular motion, so getting a little bit more movement in that spine, which is so healthy for it. On your next exhale, come back to tabletop, curl your toes under, and we're going to engage the core and lift our knees up off the mat, bringing the navel toward the spine, bringing the side abs inward, pressing away the mat with our palms and lengthening the neck. This is a great core workout. Take one more breath here. And then exhale, bring your knees down to the mat, come onto your forearms, and come into forearm plank. So straighten the legs, curl the toes under, bring your chest slightly forward, and you're pressing the heels toward the back of your space, the crown of your head towards the front of your mat. On your next exhale, you're going to tilt your hips to the left, inhale back to center. Exhale to the right, inhale back to center. Exhale back to the left, inhale to center, moving at your own pace. Exhale to the side, inhale to the center, coming through a nice engaged core. Inhaling through center, exhaling to the sides. This is a great workout for the obliques. We're engaging the core here. And then inhale, come back into your forearm plank. Hold for one more breath. And then go ahead and exhale, walk the feet in into dolphin. So you're on your forearms. You can pedal your feet here, walk your dog basically. This is a forearm downward dog position. So it's the same idea. You want the inner thighs to reach toward the back of the room, the heels to reach toward the earth. On your next exhale, bring the knees to the mat and come into child's pose. Relaxing the spine, relaxing the shoulders, and the neck, and the face. Finding softness here in child's pose. You can always come into child's pose if you need just to take a few breaths to recover, or if you just feel like you need to rest. Listening to your breath. The inhale through the nostril, the exhale through the nostrils. On your next inhale, come back through tabletop, curl your toes under, press the knees off the mat one more time, hold it for a breath here, engaging the core, and then exhale, press back into downward facing dog, creating a wonderful long spine, allowing the neck to hang, pressing the whole palm of your hand into the mat, distributing the weight evenly, lengthening the back body, the back of the legs. If you want to walk your dog here, feel free. Still the beginning of class, so we're warming up our muscles. starting to wake everything up. On your next inhale, raise your heels, bend the knees, and step or hop to the front of the mat, standing forward bend. You can have a slight bend in your knees if you have tight hamstrings. It's always a good idea to have a micro bend in your knees, of course. And you can take opposite palms to opposite elbows here as well. On your next inhale, create a long spine, lift up halfway for a flat back, and then exhale, fold. Inhale, going through a flat spine, come all the way up to mountain pose, hands above your head, and then exhale, bring your hands down to your side and to your heart center. Take a moment here to find your foundation, to feel the distribution of your weight in both sides of your body. Inhale, raising your hands up over your head, reaching tall, lengthening the spine. Exhale, through flat back, come all the way so that the crown of your head is reaching opposite your tailbone, engaging that core. The hands are out to the side in a T position. And on your next inhale, bring them to the front of the room so your shoulders are by your ears. Take one breath here. Exhale, fold all the way over, hands to opposite elbow. And then inhale, raising your heart forward, flat spine. Exhale, bring the right leg back into a low lunge so that the left knee is directly above the left ankle. Your right leg is engaged, pressing that right thigh up toward the sky. Your core is engaged. Maybe only your fingertips are touching the mat. On your next inhale, raise the left arm up into the sky for a spinal twist, opening the heart. Taking a breath here. Exhale, bring the left hand back down to the mat. Bring the left knee into your chest. One breath, and then exhale back into plank. Take a breath here. And then exhale, knees, chest, and chin down to the mat. Inhale into cobra. Exhale, fold your heart, and press back into downward facing dog. And however you get there, it's how you get there, right? So if you have to bend your knees, or if you want to move through chaturanga, it's up to you. Now inhale, raising the left leg up into the sky, pressing that heel far away from you. Exhale, bring the left knee into the chest, and then step into a low lunge. Setting that foundation, engaging the core. Inhale, bring the right leg to meet the left, standing forward bend. Inhale, raise the heart. Exhale, fold. Taking a moment here to release the spine. And then inhale, slowly engaging all of your core and your leg muscles. Come up all the way to standing mountain pose. Hands to heart center on the exhale. Moving with your breath, inhale, raise your hands above your head, reaching toward the sky, creating a tall spine. Feeling yourself connect the sky to the earth. Exhale, come into a horizontal position, flat spine, the crown of the head reaching toward the front of the room, engaging that core. Bring the arms toward the front of the room on your inhale. It's an extra little challenge there. And then exhale, fold over. Hands to opposite elbows, releasing the spine. On your next inhale, raise your chest forward. Exhale, step your left foot back into a low lunge. Right knee directly above the right ankle. On your fingertips, square your hips toward the front of the mat so that the left hip reaches forward, the right hip reaches back. Inhale your heart forward. Exhale, place the left palm onto the mat. Inhale, raise the right arm up into the sky. Nice twist here, pressing that left heel toward the back of the room. The crown of the head reaches toward the front of the room. Exhale, bring your right arm back down toward the mat. Inhale, bring your right knee into your chest, hold here, engage that core, and then exhale, bring the right leg back to meet the left into plank. Take a breath here. On your next exhale, bring your knees, chest, chin down to the mat. Inhale, raise your heart forward into cobra. And then exhale, press back into downward facing dog. Breathe. Find a long spine. Inhale, float that right heel up into the sky. Lengthen through that entire right side of your body. And then exhale, bring the right knee into the chest and bring it into a low lunge. Take a breath here. Maybe your fingertips come off the mat, engaging your core. And then exhale, bring the left leg to meet the right, standing forward bend. Allow the spine to lengthen toward the floor. Inhale, reach your heart forward. Exhale, fold. You can shake your head no, shake your head yes. Take one more of those. Inhale, reaching your heart forward. Exhale, folding. And then on your next inhale, reach up all the way to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Finding some stillness. Finding your breath. Inhale, float the arms up. Reaching tall, finding that length. Maybe taking a slight back bend here. Maybe interlacing the fingers except for the pointer finger. And then on your exhale, come into a horizontal position, the crown of your head reaching toward the front of the room, the arms out into a T. Inhale, reach the arms forward for an extra challenge. That's optional, of course. Keeping that core engaged. And then exhale, fold. Reaching the crown of the head towards the earth. On your next inhale, come to a flat spine, reaching the heart forward. Exhale, fold. Maybe shake your head no. Release any tension you feel in that neck. One more time, inhale, reach the heart forward, and then exhale, step back into plank. Holding here for a few breaths, engaging that core, navel to spine, finding that length and that strength. Making sure your hips are in line with your shoulders. Your heels are reaching back. On your next exhale, bring your knees, chest, and chin down to the mat. Inhale, pressing the tops of your feet into the mat, come into cobra, heart reaching forward. And then bring your hands behind you, interlace your fingers. And on your next inhale, really engage that core and lift the arms up off of your back and the feet up off of the floor. Taking a few breaths here, creating a nice crescent shape with your body. Exhale, fold everything. And then find your way into downward dog. Taking a few breaths here. Allowing there to be some stillness in your practice, which can be the most difficult part, right? Exhale, bend the knees, step or hop to the front of the mat, standing forward bend. Hands to opposite elbows. Inhale, reach your heart forward, long spine. Exhale, fold, maybe grabbing the back of the ankles to go into a very deep fold. And then find your way, inhaling all the way up into mountain pose. Make sure you set your foundation. Make sure your hips or your feet are about hips width distance. I was having a little trouble with the bumpiness of the ground here in the video, but I'm sure your floor is pretty smooth at home. On your next inhale, raise your arms above your head. Exhale, fold all the way over, standing forward bend. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bend at the knees, reaching the hips back. Inhale, reach the heart up, chair pose. So we're creating a nice long spine from the crown of the head to the sit bones. We're sitting back on our heels as much as we can. We're engaging the core, softening the bottom ribs in toward our diaphragm. We're relaxing the shoulders as we bring the arms in towards our ears. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, straighten the legs, reach up, and bring the hands toward your heart center. Inhale, reach the arms above your head. Exhale, fold over. Relax everything. Inhale, flat spine, reaching the heart forward, creating some length. Exhale, fold, maybe grabbing the backs of the ankles for a deep stretch. You know what your body needs. Listen to it. One more time, inhale, raise your heart forward. Exhale, bend at the knees, sit your hips back, and raise your chest up into the sky, into chair pose, reaching the fingertips long, using the triceps to strengthen your arms and relaxing the shoulders down your spine. Bring your hands to your heart center, and then bring the right elbow to the outside of the left knee, twisting chair pose to the left side of the room. Breathe into the back of your heart and see if that can open the front of your heart. Now it's optional. You can open up your arms for a breath, reaching the right fingertips toward the ground, the left fingertips toward the sky. Exhale, bring your palms back together. Inhale, come back to center. Chair pose. And then inhale, come all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. On your next inhale, raise your arms up over your head. Maybe a small back bend here, reaching the heart up toward the sky. And then exhale, slowly using your core, using your muscles, come down into standing forward bend. Inhale, reaching the heart forward. Exhale, folding at the hips, releasing the spine. One more time, inhale, reach the heart forward, keeping that length, bend at the knees, sit the hips back, and raise the chest up toward the sky. Chair pose, reaching the fingertips long. Engaging that core, navel to spine. Bring the hands to your heart center. Exhale. Twist to the right. The left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Making sure the shoulders are rolled back on your spine so that they're away from your ears and your neck is long. Again, breathing into the back body should help you open up the front body. And for one breath, let's open up the arms, reaching the right fingertips toward the sky, the left fingertips toward the earth. Exhale, bring your palms back together. Inhale, come back to center, reaching up into chair pose for one breath. And on your next inhale, straighten the legs. And exhale, reach the arms down at your sides. Inhale, raise the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold all the way over, touching the mat, shaking your head no. Inhale, reach your heart forward. Exhale, fold. Maybe grabbing the backs of the ankles for that deep stretch. Taking a moment here to release all the tension that you just created by engaging your core and your back body. Now inhale, come all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to move sideways on our mat into a wide-legged straddle position. The toes facing your new front of the room. Your hips are even, and you can place your hands on your hips to make sure that you're not leaning into one side more than the other. Now you're going to turn your left toes to the side of your mat, keeping your hips in line. Exhale, bend the left leg into as much of a 90-degree angle as possible, trying to keep the left knee over the left ankle. Exhale, navel to spine. Inhale, raising the arms up so that the left arm is reaching toward the front of the mat, the right arm is reaching toward the back of the mat. Your shoulders are relaxed down your spine. Taking a few breaths here. Warrior two. Finding that strength and that length. Now inhale, reverse warrior, reaching the left arm up overhead toward the back of your mat, stretching the side body. One more inhale. Exhale, come back into warrior two. Inhale, straighten the left leg, Exhale, hands to your hips. Switching sides, so turning the right toes to the right side of the mat. Keeping your hands at your hips. Bend the right leg. And of course, if you know that you can't go down all the way into a 90-degree angle, that's okay. Do what is best for you. Now engaging that core. Inhale, raising the arms up, reaching in opposite directions, warrior two. Oh, and my friend's puppy just decided to join me, so let's just take a moment here in warrior two to find our foundation and just come back into that warrior two position. Arms reaching out to the front and to the back. Shoulders are relaxed. The neck is long. And there's a stillness and a calmness to this position. Even though there's so much going on in our legs and in our core and our back body. Taking one more breath here. Inhale, reach the right arm up overhead, reverse warrior. Keeping the legs where they are, so it's all about that side body stretch here. Inhale, reaching long. And then exhale, come back into warrior two for one breath. Maybe sinking a little bit deeper into that right leg. And then inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, bring the hands to the hips. Turn the right toes in. Come into a wide-legged stance, finding your foundation here. And then turn the left toes back to the front of the mat. Inhale, bring the arms up to your sides, and we'll come into triangle pose. So you're gonna bring the hips toward the back of the mat, bring the chest forward, and you can either use a block or put your hand on the mat. I suggest placing it on your shin or in front of your shin. And that way you can really create some engagement in your core, reaching the heart open here. On your next exhale, bend the left leg, bring the left elbow on top of the left knee and the right arm overhead into side angle pose. Inhale, come back into triangle for a breath or two, stretching that left hamstring, reaching your heart open. Exhale, side angle pose. Again, reaching the heart open, and you'll feel this in your left thigh, your left hamstring. Exhale, come back up into warrior two. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, bring the hands to your hips and switch sides. So you're bringing the arms up to your sides, straightening both legs, leaning the hips to your left and your chest to the right, opening up your heart, reaching the left arm up into the sky. The right arm can be on a block or on your shin or your ankle. Taking one more inhale here. And then exhale, side angle pose, bending at the left or the right knee, right elbow on top of the right knee, and the left arm reaching over, creating a really nice long line. Taking a breath here. On your next inhale, come back into triangle pose. Really engaging both legs and the core as we stretch. On your next exhale, side angle pose, reaching the left arm long overhead. And then inhale, come back into warrior two. Navel to spine. Maybe taking a moment here to sink a little deeper into that right leg. And then inhale, come back to center. Toes, right toes turn to the front of the mat. Inhale, raise your arms up overhead. And keeping the engagement, exhale, fold all the way over. reaching the crown of the head toward the floor. You can grab your ankles. You can reach your hands toward the back of the room by just reaching them underneath your legs, or you can just let your arms dangle. Whatever feels good in this moment for you. On your next inhale, reach your heart forward. Exhale, fold. Stretching over, maybe coming onto your forearms if that's possible, and just let your neck dangle. You can shake your head no, shake your head yes, releasing the tension. And still our legs are engaged. You know, our quads are reaching up toward our hips. There's energy from both sides reaching in toward the center. So we're not completely relaxed. Now inhale, reach your heart forward. Fingertips on the mat. Crown of the head reaching long. Exhale, folding over, keeping the fingertips up on your mat. Allowing the spine to lengthen, to let gravity pull it toward the earth. And then inhale, heel toe your feet closer underneath your hips, a little bit wider than hips width distance, and we're going to come into Malasana, our yogi squat. Bringing our hips down toward the earth, using your elbows to press into the inside thighs, and your hands are at your heart center. You want to create a long spine here, so try not to curve in too much. And remember to breathe. On your next exhale, place your hands on the mat, straighten your legs, and heel toe your feet underneath your hips for standing forward bend. You can grab opposite hand to opposite elbow. Maybe play with here where the weight is in your feet. Inhale, reach your heart forward. Exhale, fold. Maybe grabbing behind the ankles for a deep stretch. And then inhale, come all the way up to standing, hands above your head, reaching toward the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a moment here in mountain pose, maybe close your eyes. And then exhale, open your eyes, and make your way onto your back. Bring your knees into your chest, releasing the spine. You can rock side to side. A little massage for your sacrum there. Do what feels good for you. You can rock as slowly or as quickly as you feel is necessary. And then we're going to take one more big squeeze, bringing the knees into the chest. Exhale, raising the chin toward your knees. And then release. Bring your feet onto the earth. Your knees are bent. Your arms are long at your sides. And feel your connection to the earth. Feel your breath rising your belly, letting your exhale draw your navel toward your spine. And then on your next exhale, draw your navel in toward your spine and raise your chest. Raise your arms up off the mat, engaging the core. Keeping that belly as flat as possible and as wide as possible, so we're not poofing up. Inhale, reach a little further. Maybe see if you can reach your chin a little bit closer to your navel. And then exhale, release everything on the mat. Take a moment here to notice the engagement of your core. Exhale, navel to spine. And then inhale, raising your chest again off of the mat. This time you're going to raise your feet off of the mat so that your knees and your feet create a 90-degree angle. Your chest is raised. You're engaging your core, working the abs. And then you're going to slowly lengthen your legs, reaching them long. This is a great workout for your abs, your core muscles. Inhale, bring your legs back to a bent position. Exhale, bring them back down onto the mat. And then exhale, release onto the floor. Good. Should have some nice heat, some nice fire in your belly now. Taking a breath here. Noticing how your stomach feels, how your thighs feel, your hips. The core is so much more than just your abdomen. Now again, exhale, navel to spine. Raise your chest off of the mat, raise the hands. Inhale, raise the feet into a 90-degree angle. And then slowly lengthen the legs. And then inhale, see if you can slowly lower your legs closer to the mat. Keeping your navel to your spine, the low back touching the earth. And then inhale, raise the legs all the way up toward the sky. Exhale, bring them back down into a bent position. And then exhale, release everything. Feet are on the mat. Take a breath here. Exhale, navel to spine. And then bring your legs straight up into the sky. Engaging the core, keeping the navel toward the spine, the low back on the earth. Begin to slowly lower the legs. And you can raise the chest off of the mat, looking at your feet, slowly lowering. Coming down into a very low boat pose. Inhale, bring the knees into the chest. Exhale, lengthen the legs, reach the arms up overhead. Repeat. Inhale, bring the knees into the chest. Exhale, lengthen everything. Inhale, bring the knees in. Exhale, lengthen. Keeping the low back on the earth the entire time as much as you can. Working on that navel, reaching toward your spine. Working on the strength in the legs. Holding everything in. Reaching everything out. Everything in. Reaching everything out. On your next inhale, reach everything long as possible. Hold it here for a beat. Exhale, release, bring everything into your chest. Rock your knees side to side. And then slowly release your legs onto the floor. Lengthen everything, just stretch it out, reaching your hands above your heart or above your head. Taking a few breaths here. And then exhale, bring your right knee into your chest. Flexing both feet. And then draw the right knee over to the left side of your mat, of your body, twisting over. You can close your eyes here, or maybe look over past your right fingertips. Breathing into the right rib cage, finding length as you twist. And slowly on your next inhale, bring your right knee back to center. Hug it in one last little breath. Exhale, release. Draw the left knee up into your chest. Flexing both feet. Keeping that length in your right leg. Draw the left knee over to the right. You can close your eyes. Maybe look over past your left fingertips. And breathe into that left side body, into that left rib cage, into the left hips. Allowing your heart to be open. Allowing yourself to be open to the possibilities. Slowly inhale, come back to center. And then draw both knees into your chest and slowly rock up, rolling on your spine into a tall seated position, Dandasana. Both feet forward. Inhale, reaching the heart up overhead. Reaching the hands up overhead, reaching the heart open toward the sky. Exhale, fold all the way over, lengthening all the way through the spine, allowing it to curve. as you lengthen the whole back body here. So the back of the calves, hamstrings, the back of the hips, the lower back, all the way through the shoulders, through the crown of the head. Everything is getting stretched here in this very simple but very important yoga pose. Do this every day, my friends. You will feel the difference. Trust me. Breathing here. If you take an inhale, reach your heart forward. Find that length. Exhale. Allow yourself to release. And just listen to your breath here. Beginning to slow down our practice. You can close your eyes. And just imagine your spine getting longer with every breath. On your next inhale, reach your heart forward, and then exhale, release everything. Release your grip of your hands wherever you're holding your legs or your feet. Just allow your arms to be at your side. Relax your feet. Take a breath here with everything relaxed over. And then slowly, on your next inhale, use your hands to walk your torso back up into a tall position, feeling the crown of your head reaching toward the sky. And then cross your feet, move through your knees to come into downward facing dog. And then we're going to inhale and bring our right knee toward our chest and come into pigeon pose on the right. So this is a very deep hip opener. If your hips are very tight, you can thread the needle on your spine. Otherwise, move into pigeon, flexing the right foot to protect the ligaments in the right knee. And just really think about widening the back body, widening the sacrum so that your left hip is reaching toward the mat as your right hip is being stretched and opened here. You can remain with an upright torso, or you can walk your hands forward and stretch over. Taking a few breaths in this pose. The hips are the biggest joint in the body, and they can get really tight and really tense because we do a lot of sitting in our modern day work environment especially. Connect your breath to your body. Use your inhale and exhale to strengthen and lengthen your muscles. And use your exhales to relax you at the same time. Making sure to relax the face, maybe closing your eyes. On your next inhale, walk your torso back up into a tall spine. Press into your hands, and then swing your right leg back into downward facing dog. Take a breath here. And then exhale, bring your left knee into your chest and bring your left leg into pigeon. The outside of your left shin is on the floor, your left foot is flexed, and the right leg reaches back, long, on your mat. The right hip reaches toward the earth, lengthening and widening the sacrum as that left hip is stretched and opened in this pose. You can keep the heart tall, spine tall, or you can lengthen the crown or you can lengthen on the floor. And just taking your time to sink into the earth, embrace the stretch, breathe into it, and see how much you can let go. Taking a few more breaths here in this deep stretch. Bringing your awareness to your breath. Connecting your breath to your body. Connecting your body to the earth and your environment around you. On your next inhale, use your hands to walk your torso back up. Curl your right toes under and swing your left leg back into downward facing dog. Taking a breath here, lengthening the spine, noticing how your hips feel different after those deep stretches. And then on your next exhale, bending at the knees, come down into child's pose. Releasing the tailbone toward your heels. Your forehead is on the mat. Your fingertips reach long in front of you. Finding some peace and stillness. And on your next inhale, come through tabletop, crossing at the ankles, sit back on your bum, and then come all the way down into Shavasana, final relaxation. Have your heels about hips width distance, your toes open and relaxed. Your hips are slightly open, your shoulders are reaching to the back of your spine, your heart is open, your neck is long, and your chin is slightly tucked toward your chest. Closing your eyes, letting go of the tension in your face. With every exhale, allow your body to become more soft and relaxed, more still and at peace. Follow your breath into stillness and just be. Using your breath to come back into this present moment. Notice the inhales and the exhales. Begin to use your breath to wiggle your toes and your fingers, waking your body up, maybe circling your wrists and your ankles in one direction, and then circling in the other. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead, stretching the toes and the fingertips in opposite direction. And then exhale, rolling onto your right side into a comfortable fetal position. Noticing where you connect right now onto the earth. Keeping the eyes closed, keeping that awareness of breath. Use your hands to walk yourself back up into a comfortable seated position. You can sit cross-legged or on a yoga block or a bolster. Relaxing your shoulders, maybe coming into a yoga mudra, fingertips and thumbs touching, keeping the eyes closed. Taking a few deep yogic breaths, inhaling deep into the belly, exhale navel to spine, inhale deep into the belly, exhale navel to spine, and on your next inhale, raise your arms up overhead, palms together, exhale, hands to your third eye, right between your eyebrows, connecting the body to the mind. Exhale, hands to your heart center, connecting the body to the spirit, to the soul, to whatever greater being you connect to. Exhale, bring your hands to your lips, connecting your body to yourself. We bow to the light, love, and truth inside of each and every one of us, and inside of everything. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, BU Yogini, so that you are updated when I post new classes. Thank you so much. Namaste.